Well, welcome back to Super Bowl V. We're going to be played in the Orange Bowl. Detroit representing the NFC. Baltimore representing the AFC. And just give some historical context, I'm going to bring up Pro Football Reference, and we're going to look at both teams to kind of see what was the last time they actually won a championship. So looking at the Colts, they last won in 1959. That was a game against the Giants, considered to be the greatest game of all time. And as you can see, they were competitive throughout the 60s up until you kind of start to get into, well, they were competitive in 70, which we're in right now, so they won the Super Bowl that year. The next year, 1971, they were 10-4, and then as you can tell, they kind of dropped off a cliff in 72, 73, 74, bounced back in 75, 76, 77, and then dropped off again 78, 79, and then 1980 they were 7-9. So through the 70s, they were very much an up and down team, but in 1970 they were a really good team at that time. And from 59 to 70, they lost the Super Bowl to the Jets, which they were heavily favored in that one. But you can see throughout pretty much from 1959 on to 1970, as we're talking a really competitive stacked team. They had a few years where they were off 60. They were a 500 team, but they pretty much had winning records all the way through until 1972. Looking at the Lions, they were quite a good team in the 50s. So looking at 1950, 500 team, 51, 7-4, and then you get into the championship years of 52 and 53. In 54, they lost in the championship game, so they went to the championship game 3 times between 1950 and 1954. They had a drop off in 55, bounced back to have a winning record in 56. In 57, they won the championship. And then after that, they had a drop off. Again, some lean years for 2 seasons, and then they, starting in 1960, they started to be a very competitive team, as you can see. Had a down year in 63. 65 and 66 were tough years, but again, they started to bounce back starting in 69. So 69 and 70, they had good teams. And then obviously were competitive 500 teams throughout the 70s, but the bottom really dropped out in 1979 with a 2-14 record. But otherwise, during the 50s and 60s and 70s, they were either a good team or a team that was competitive for the most part. So not a surprise in the sense that both teams ended up in the Super Bowl. I think my biggest surprise in looking at Detroit was the fact that their quarterback played during the 1970 season replay that we're in. They just didn't get good quarterback play, either out of Bill Munson or Greg Landry, but they had a really good defense, which kept them in games and gave them an opportunity to win. Their running backs were fantastic if they could keep healthy, between Altie Taylor and Mel Farr. Like I would refer to them as the two-headed monster running tandem for Detroit. So primarily that 11-5 record is uh, a lot of runs, not a lot of passing. And then you look at Baltimore. Baltimore with Johnny Unitas still had a lot of players from those good teams in the 60s. John Mackey, Jimmy Orr, that were supplemented with new players like Roy Jefferson and Norm Bulash. They still had Johnny Unitas at quarterback. At this time, he was, I think you could consider this almost being his last hurrah before age caught up with him. But in our 1970 season replay, they've always been a strong team, both offensively and defensively, but their defense in the replay has just been outstanding. So with that in mind, we're going to actually watch the game, and I'll let the commentating kind of go from there. I may chime in with some comments, but we're actually going to watch the Super Bowl as it unfolds from start to finish. So this is an interface we haven't seen before. This is if you're playing a game and you're going to coach. This is kind of your where you can choose your teams in an exhibition game or in a game that's scheduled. It'll have home and visitor, player, computer. The AI runs the team. And this one, player one would. I'm going to revert that to computer. So you have Don McCafferty of the Colts taking on the Lions of Joe Schmidt. So looking at the, let's compare the teams. So balance their heavy running team. Overall team rating 68 for Detroit, 69 for Baltimore, so close. They're equal in offensive overall rating. Detroit with an edge in run blocking and team discipline. Baltimore, they're going to have the edge in 2-minute offense. Looking at their defense, Baltimore comes out ahead in that. Great against the run, great against the pass. They have a good pass rush. Their red zone defense is really good, and here's your forced fumbles. Red zone defense for Detroit, really good. Their run defense is great, but pass rush is just a tick below Baltimore. So we have the packages that each team will run. So the other thing we can do here is we'll analyze the game. So what we can do is with this, we can run 100 sims or 1,000 sims of this matchup, and we'll see who comes out on top when you do that. So, wow, Baltimore, they come out ahead in this one. They're going to win over 70% of the time in this matchup. Detroit only about 29. Gives you the average score when winning. So average score 20-8 for a Baltimore victory, 18-11 for Detroit. They averaged 11 points. Baltimore averaged 17, but you can just tell Baltimore just put up considerably more points and score over 1,000 games than the Lions. So the point spread, Baltimore at home by 6, over and under is 28. Trying to see what else we have here. I'm going to look at customized game real quick and make sure we what we're set up here. So it's not a dome. So we'll go to the game here. Lions taking on Baltimore in Super Bowl V down in Miami in the Orange Bowl. Let's do this, as they say in Pro Football Strategy. And we're just going to watch this live. So here's your pregame. So let's make it happen. And here we are, and we are at kickoff. I'm going to try something else here to kind of set up some of the options. Turn the volume down on the music a little bit. We'll get more sound effects.
First down. First down.
And we'll close this out. All right, here we go. Bulash gets the toss, and he is stopped.
Coming up. Third down. Fourth down.
Well, that's a 4 and out for Baltimore on pretty much, it looks like they were going to try to establish the run game. Lem Barney returning for Detroit, and he gets it to the 40. Bill Munson starting for the Lions in the game. And, nice run by Mel Farr. And again, Mike Curtis, great linebacker. He makes the stop on that. Oh, Munson will scramble.
First down.
And we get the first down of the game. Detroit on a Munson scramble. Nice hole by the Detroit offensive line. Will get 6 yards for Mel Farr. Oh.
First down.
And we have a good run by Alty Taylor. So the Lions are driving on that Baltimore defense.
We have second down coming up. Out of bounds. Complete. Third down.
So we now have a 3rd and 5. Let's see what Detroit can do. Can they convert and keep the drive going?
Incomplete.
And they
Fourth
can't.
Down.
Oh, wait, we got a flag. Well, that'll push him back a little bit. So Errol Mann field goal. And that'll get the Lions on the board. Well, no, they're taking that one back because of the penalty. Errol Mann will try it again, and he's going to miss that one. So the score remains 0-0, 8:24 in the first. There is your place to your summary. Unitas pitches off to Jerry Hill, and
we have second down coming up. There's a flag on the play.
We have another flag. Ooh, holding on Baltimore. That'll push him back to the 10.
Complete.
Oh, Roy Jefferson, good catch.
We have second down coming up.
But they still have a ways to go to convert the this. Oh, that didn't go anywhere.
Third down.
Third and 10. What can Unitas do here? Back to pass.
Complete.
Oh, he got Roy Jefferson. First down, Baltimore.
There's a flag on the play.
Uh-oh. Oh, Baltimore holding.
Incomplete. Fourth down.
Well, now we have a punt by David Lee from his end zone. Lions will get good field position here if Eddie gets a decent return. Well, they're up to the 41. So a short field for Detroit here with 6:32 in the first.
We have second down coming up.
Good run by Taylor for 6.
First down.
Well,
Out of bounds.
Detroit is driving here. Munson back to pass.
Incomplete. We have second down coming up. Third down.
Well, there we go. Baltimore defense shows up and stuffs that play. Man in motion for Detroit. Munson back to pass.
Incomplete.
And he misses.
Fourth down.
Well, this might be a field goal. This Detroit may strike first and get the first score of the game. That looks right down the middle. Errol Mann kicks off the scoring. Literally a 3-0 lead by Detroit. 4:25 in the first. There goes Ron Gardine. Wow.
We have second down.
Baltimore is just not getting any traction in the running game against the Detroit defense so far. Eddie Hinton gets a quick pass and makes it a 3rd and 2. Oh, big run by Bulash.
First down.
He gets a first down and more. Well, Unitas has got him driving here. He's back to pass, a little pressure. Oh, and he's picked off by Len Barney. Oh, boy, and that will set Detroit up here.
We have second down coming up. Third down.
Well, we got a 3rd and 6 after Curtis stops that run. Some pressure on
First down.
Munson, but he gets the first down with a pass to Mel Farr. Good run by Alty Taylor. First down and more. 13-yard run by Taylor. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. On to the second quarter. Mel Farr, decent run for him. Looks like 4 yards. And Detroit is moving the ball on the Colts. Oh, big run by Mel Farr.
First down.
But penalty flag there. Let's see what happened. Oh, that's coming back. Alty Taylor again. Oh boy, he got right through the defense there. But another penalty. Is this on? Oh, it's on Baltimore. 1st and 10 on the 14 for the Lions. Taylor, he's going outside, he gets around the corner and brings it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for Detroit. Can Baltimore make a stand? And nope, Mel Farr is in. 4-yard touchdown run by Mel Farr, and there's your summary for the drive.
It's good.
Wow. 12:59 in the second, and we have a 10-0 Lions lead over the Colts.
Touchback. We have second down coming up.
Yeah, that running game is just not going anywhere for Baltimore. They're going to have to start airing it out. There's Unitas hitting Mackey.
3rd down.
To make it a short 3rd down conversion if they can get there. Looks like they're going 4 wide and
incomplete.
Oh, Bulash
down.
can't haul that one in. So that's going to force Baltimore to punt. Well, looks like a nice punt by David Lee, and Lem Barney gets hit as soon as he catches it. 45-yard punt by Lee.
We have second down coming up.
I am just surprised on how well Detroit is running the ball on
Third down.
Baltimore so far. Mike Curtis has been big for the Baltimore defense. Oh, nice run by Farr.
First down.
12-yard run converts the third. So now we've got the Lions driving again.
We have second down coming up.
And Mike Curtis is all over the field today for the Colts. Mel Farr gets another first down.
First down.
Drive continues for Detroit.
We have second down coming up. Complete.
Short pass to Farr over the middle, and
First
they're going to get a
down.
first down on that play. Oh, hey, they brought in a reserve back, and
First
he
down.
Bill Triplett gets 12 yards on that trap, and that is bringing them into the red zone. They're inside the 20 now. Again,
We have second down coming up.
but Bubba Smith stuffs that run. There goes Mel Farr, and he's turned the corner, but
Third down.
who got him there? Ted Hendricks. 3rd and 9. Munson looking.
Complete.
He's got Hughes. Oh my gosh.
Down.
Chuck Hughes, 18-yard touchdown reception, and Detroit is rolling on Baltimore here. That's going to make it a 17-0 game here with 4:33 in the second. Detroit kicks off after the touchdown and extra point.
Touchback.
Let's see if Johnny Unitas can start to get
We have
the
second down
Colts
coming up.
in the game. They just look like they cannot get anything going on offense. Unitas back to pass.
Incomplete.
Mrs. Eddie Hinton.
Third down.
3rd and 8. Oh boy, this is a first half to forget for the Colts. Unitas airing it out. And he's got
First down.
John Mackey for 17 yards. Well, that keeps the drive going. Let's see if they can continue the momentum. Eddie Hinton gets a nice
We have
little
second down coming up.
catch and run. Oh,
Third down.
2-yard loss. That Lions defense is just not letting that running game get going. Jimmy Orr in motion.
It's the 2-minute warning.
Okay, here's our 2-minute warning stuff. And now we had 4 wide receivers. Unitas looking downfield.
Incomplete.
Just misses Eddie
Fourth
Hinton.
down.
Good defense by Lem Barney, but forces another punt by the Colts. That'll be a fair catch. Detroit starts on the 17. Munson looking.
Incomplete. We have second down coming up. There's a flag on the play.
Oh, not good. Gives them a first.
Incomplete. We have second down coming up.
Well, they got to pass in order to keep Baltimore honest on defense, but Munson almost
Third down.
sacked. Oh, he was. Was he sacked? No, it was a no gain. So Detroit trying to get down there, maybe try to get a field goal.
Incomplete. Fourth down.
And that is that's the first 4th and out, I think, for Detroit. And is going to give Baltimore some time to get down there and get on the scoreboard. Well, let's see what Johnny Unitas can do. Can he get the Colts down there for a field goal? He's under some pressure. Bulash gets a looks like a 6-yard gain, 5-yard gain. 58 seconds left. He's got Eddie Hinton and Hinton. 14-yard gain, so we're at midfield. Unitas got Hinton, and he gets up the sideline. They're getting in field goal range. Oh, just missed Roy Jefferson.
Down coming up.
Oh!
First down.
Hinton is inside the 20. They're at the Detroit 18. They used their last timeout. Looks like they're going to
We have second down coming up.
Get in there. Baltimore's hurrying to the line. Unitas misses Perkins.
Third down.
7 seconds left, and they bring in Jim O'Brien to kick a field goal. And that's good. So that will get Baltimore on the board with 7 seconds left in the first half. So end of the first half, 17-3 Detroit. That's a surprising score. Colts kicking off. Good return by Nick Eddy. So there we go. Now we're in the third. Baltimore down 14 points. They need to stop here, get the ball back with some decent field position, and see if they can get close. But Mel Farr almost a first down. Oh, that was. Well, it looks like they might have got a generous spot on that. But first down, Detroit. Detroit is
we have second down.
Stopped on that. Which, boy, come on. The Baltimore defense needs to get a stop here against Detroit.
Third down. There's a flag on the play.
Oh, defensive holding. They give first down to Munson and Detroit. Let's see what they do with it.
We have second down coming up. Out of bounds. Complete.
Oh, Charlie Sanders.
Third down.
3rd and 1. Are they going to go for it on 4th down? And well, it's 3rd and 1. Sorry, I thought it was 4th and 1. But Taylor's going to get that. But there is a flag on the play. That's going to push him back. Munson back to pass. Looking downfield. And he's got Brown. And Brown, oh, big gain for Detroit. But there is another flag. Oh, on Baltimore. Well, that'll stand. Detroit is driving. Where did this passing game come from?
We have second down coming up.
Well, that's first down Detroit. Baltimore's defense just cannot stop Detroit in the running game.
We have second down coming up.
So whatever adjustments they made at half just are not working against the Lions.
Down.
Now we have a 3rd and 4. Ooh.
Incomplete.
Almost a sack.
Fourth
He had to
down.
hurry that pass, otherwise he was going to get clobbered for a sack. Earl Mann will line up a field goal here.
It's good.
And that will make it a 20-3 game with 8:44 in the third. Baltimore better get it rolling here. They have a chance to win.
Touchback.
Let's see. Johnny Unitas pitches to Norm Bulash, and Bulash gets to
We
the
have
line.
second down coming up. Incomplete. Third down. Incomplete. Fourth down.
It has been a story of 4 and outs for Baltimore today. They're just not really getting much going on
There's
offense.
a flag on the play.
Let's see what happened here. Well, it's now a 4th and 4, and they're just going to punt it away. They're not going to try to convert that 4th down. He's angling that for the sideline. Can Munson get him downfield and score
We have second down.
again to really put Baltimore in a very deep hole.
Third down.
We're starting to see a Baltimore defense step up and put the pressure. Oh, that's going to be encroachment on the defense.
Fourth down. There's a flag on the play.
That's now it makes it a 3rd and 3 rather than a 3rd and 8. No one there to stop Taylor. Did he get the first?
First down.
Yes, he did.
Out of bounds.
Barely.
We have second down coming up. Incomplete. Third down. Incomplete. Fourth down.
I really do enjoy the kind of retro look of the game. But this year, the player sprites are much improved. You can actually have more detail on the players. Oh, Unitas running, and
We have second down coming up.
12-yard sack. Oh, my goodness. If it can go wrong for Baltimore, it's going wrong.
Complete.
Eddie
Third
Hinton gets
down.
some of that back. Oh, he's under pressure again. Oh, and he's sacked
Fourth
again.
down.
Wow, 4th and 16. And David Lee will be punting from his end zone. However, we do have a flag.
There's a flag on the play.
And that Baltimore defense is spending
have
a lot of
second
time
down
on the
coming
field.
up.
They
Bounds.
have to be getting tired by this point. Munson's slinging that one. Oh, and he's got Hughes for a
First
long
down.
gainer. 34-yard connection between Munson and Hughes. And that's going to set them up right on the doorstep of the red zone. And Munson
We have
gets
second down
sacked.
coming up.
That'll push him back a little bit.
Third down.
Can Baltimore get a stop and make him kick the field goal?
Incomplete.
And they do.
Fourth down.
It'll be a longish field goal for Errol Mann.
It's good.
And that's going to extend the lead. Now it's a 20-point lead for Detroit in the 4th here. We're just starting the 4th quarter, so 15 minutes left for Baltimore to mount a comeback. Good run back by Duncan. Jim Duncan gets Baltimore to the 33, so Johnny Unitas, now's the time. He hits Roy Jefferson, and he is going to get the
down.
first and out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Complete. We have
I
second
remember
down.
NFL films that always refer to Johnny Unitas as that old wizard. Does he have any magic left in the arm?
Third down. There's a flag on the play.
That's going to push Baltimore back. Boy. Unitas just misses
Incomplete.
Hinton.
Third down.
We've got a 3rd and 14. Desperation time for Baltimore. They get Hinton, and he gets a nice gainer. Oh, boy, does he get a nice gainer.
First down.
That is going to help set Baltimore up here to get some points.
We have second down coming up. There's a flag on
Boy,
the
if this
play.
is on Baltimore. Oh. Just when you think they get the momentum
We have
going,
second down
they
coming
get a
up.
flag, and it just pushes them back.
Incomplete. Third down.
Unitas can't connect with Jefferson on that quick pass. Unitas looking. He's under some pressure. And Mrs.
Incomplete.
Bulash, that
Fourth
just
down.
didn't look like that was going to go anywhere. Jim O'Brien, a long field goal here. He got that through.
Good.
23-6 here with 11:39 in the fourth. The sand in the hourglass for Baltimore is starting to run out. They've got to get a stop here. A stop, a turnover, something to change the momentum of this game, because Detroit is just rolling.
We have second down coming up.
And remember when we did the thousand sims on this
Third
game,
down.
Baltimore won 71% of the time. So this is a shocking turn of events.
Intercept.
And they get the turnover they need, and they've got a short field now. Can Johnny Unitas get him in the end zone and start to close the gap?
Intercept.
And he
There's
throws
a
an
flag on the
interception, but flag on the play. Oh. Well, at least they've, oh, okay. Another penalty that is giving Detroit some breathing room.
We have second down coming up.
2nd and 1. They were in the shadow of the end zone, and now they are making their way out of that thanks to a penalty and a strong
First
running
down.
game.
Out of bounds. We have second down coming up.
You know, Mike Curtis is doing everything he can to put a stop to this offense, and Munson gets a big gainer
First
on a quarterback run. Time running out for Baltimore.
We have second down coming up.
They have a tired defense out on that field. And they're just going to run this ball until Baltimore stops them, and it doesn't look
First
like that's
down.
happening anytime soon. A 22-yard run by Altie Taylor, and gets him past midfield.
We have second down coming up.
Melfar, big run.
First
Another
down.
first. Another tackle by Mike Curtis. Oh. Another big
First
gainer
down.
by far in the Lions. The Lions are just beating up that Colt defense. They are a tired bunch out there.
We have second down coming up.
They have been on the field a long, long time in this game, and it is showing at this point.
First down.
And Detroit is just going to grind this out on the ground, it looks like. Eat up the clock,
It's the 2-minute warning.
beat up an already tired and beat up Baltimore defense, and it has been all Detroit today in the Super Bowl.
We have second down coming up. Third down.
And that'll be it. That's it. This is going to be the game. 20. That's what a surprise! I'm literally shocked.
It's good.
30-6, Detroit, and this game is over, folks. It has been over for a long time, and if you're a Baltimore fan, you keep hoping that they're going to make a run, and they just could not get that offense going. Every time they tried, penalties would knock them back. The running game just could not get going. Just a extremely tough day for Baltimore. Unitas under pressure, and he'll be run out of bounds.
Second down coming up. Out of bounds.
A sack.
Third down.
And he is sacked again. With 1 second left in the game, Unitas is under pressure and sacked. The game will end on a Unitas sack. Detroit, in a blowout, wins Super Bowl V. Detroit gets their first championship in over a decade. Alty Taylor, big day for him rushing, 119 yards and a touchdown. Let's look at the stats. Domination by Detroit today. Baltimore could only get 25 yards on the ground against the Detroit defense. Detroit just ran right over the Colts defense today. So let's look at Baltimore first and their losing effort. And look at that. They had that Baltimore defense on the field for almost 42 minutes of the game. They were out of gas going into the fourth quarter, I would think. Johnny Unitas, not a good day for him. 15 of 27, 156 yards and an interception. He was sacked 5 times. Long day for Johnny Unitas and the Colts. Only the 23 yards on the ground for Bulash, leading the way for Baltimore. Not anything, not much of a rushing attack at all. Eddie Hinton had a big day, 98 yards receiving. But again, Baltimore started slinging the ball because they had to. They were down really much right from the get-go. And disappointing offensive numbers for Baltimore in their loss in Super Bowl. They have lost both Super Bowls that they have played in now. One to the Jets, and now to the Lions. On defense, Mike Curtis would be your MVP. 16 tackles. He was all over the field, doing everything possible to stop that Detroit rushing attack. Bob Grant got the lone sack for Baltimore. Jerry Logan, the lone interception. Jim O'Brien, 2 field goals for him today. David Lee punted 6 times. Ron Garden, he had 2 returns. Longest was 20. Jim Duncan, 1 return for 31 yards in kick returns. And fair catch on the 1 punt return for Ron Garden. Detroit, the Super Bowl champion Detroit Lions. Bill Munson was workmanlike day at best. Did toss an interception, was sacked once. He got good protection from that Lions offensive line. But here's your difference. Boy, the Lions, again, the 2-headed monster of Taylor and Farr just dominated this game. 119 yards for Alty Taylor, 104 yards for Mel Farr. Touchdowns for each one of them. I did not think they were going to be able to run the ball on that Baltimore defense, but boy, they sure did. Looking at receiving, Chuck Hughes hit the big day for him. 52 yards was leading in receiving there, and he had the touchdown. Here's the total offense numbers for Detroit in their win, their shocking upset win over the heavily favored Baltimore Colts. On defense, great effort by this Detroit defensive unit. Joe Robb, 2 sacks for him. A sack by Tom Vaughn. Paul Newmoff, he got a sack. Jerry Rush got a sack. Lem Barney, the interception of Unitas. Alex Karras, this would be Alex Karras' final game in his NFL career in real life. He did get a tackle, but he will go out a Super Bowl champion. Mongo, the original Mongo, ends up Super Bowl champion and will retire and head out to Hollywood to make some movies, and eventually will be in the booth for Monday Night Football in the 70s. Errol Mann, he did miss a field goal, but in this game, with the domination of Detroit, didn't matter at all. Didn't even come into play. Herman Weaver had an easy day with only 2 punts. Nick Eddy and Bobby Williams, their kick returns today in the win in Super Bowl V over the heavily favored Baltimore Colts. Lem Barney and Nick Eddy in punt returns. And there you go. A 30-6 drubbing. Detroit will win its first Super Bowl against Baltimore. I don't think any of the experts would see this one coming. But, well, this is why you play the games. Detroit, your Super Bowl champions. It was great to watch this game with you all. What a surprising turn of events in this game. So would like to thank everyone for taking the time to watch this 1970 replay all the way through. It has been a blast. Again, can't recommend Pro Strategy Football 2023 enough. It is just a fun game. Even if you want to do a quick exhibition game and coach that, call the plays, or simply just watch some of these historic seasons. If you download the mods, and again, the best $20 any football fan will ever spend in their life is here with Pro Strategy Football 2023, which is available on Steam. Thank you all. Again, Detroit, your Super Bowl winners and champions of the 1970 NFL replay season over the Baltimore Colts. And with that, I will be signing off for the 1970 season, and we'll be back with more content sooner rather than later. Thanks, everyone, and have a good day.